Hello families, I am Vidya Sethumadhavan, one of the GOD Kids 2021 Education Committee members. I am excited to present our first parent information session for the year. But first, എല്ലാവർക്കും GOD Kidsന്റെ ഹൃദയം നിറഞ്ഞ ഓണാശംസകൾ. If you watched the course offerings video that was sent out earlier this month along with the registration details, you may have heard our strategic priorities for this year. Important things should be repeated often, therefore I am presenting this to you all here again. This year, the GOD Kids class will be operating based on the priorities that we have strategically picked for the development of your children enrolled into this program. First, 100% of the students will engage in learning experiences provided by the implementation of a structured and rigorous curriculum and resources in all courses. Second, 100% of the students will complete at least 15 hours of Seva over the course of the academic year. And third, 100% of parents will respond to highly satisfied or satisfied on the quality of the programming. I'm going to start us off with the vision and mission statement for GOD Kids. 10 years ago in 2010, the founding members of GOD Kids had a vision for the children of the Malayali community, a vision that included our children effortlessly straddling two cultures, our own and the culture of the larger community they live in. Over the past 10 years, the mission to immerse our children into our culture through learning experiences rooted in spirituality, culture, tradition, and language has lived within the GOD Kids program. The members of the 2021 school year GOD Kids Education Committee are excited to carry forward the vision and mission by grounding the work in the strategic priorities that are made this year. Here is how this session is organized. First, I will provide you with some logistical information that you all have been patiently waiting for. Next, I will go over some of the programmatic details for the benefit of those who are joining us today for the first time. Hopefully, by the end of this session, you will have a clear understanding of what your child will be learning and engaged with over the course of the year. Our hope is to also communicate to you what you can expect your child to be able to learn and participate in the next few years as well. We believe in our kiddos being lifelong GOD kids, so they are welcome back here at any time and at any age. Here are the first logistical details. All classes will be held online for both semesters via Google Classroom. The information for how to log into these classrooms will be sent out by classroom teachers once rosters are ready. All synchronous classes will be held on Sundays from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. Those of you who are returning for year 2 of Sanskrit class will be attending class from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Attendance for both classes are mandatory. That is, you have to attend the spiritual learning class as well as the language classes. The first day of class is September 13th, 2020. We will have a materials distribution during which we plan to give out materials such as printouts of course materials, textbooks, whiteboards, markers, etc. But information regarding that will come out in an email soon. Two things that I would like for you to know is that they will be Carline style. And the second thing is that they will most probably be scheduled on days starting September 4th, ending September 11th. The academic calendar for the year will be posted on the first day of class and will be also posted in the Google Classroom of your child. Here's a quick preview of what the first day of class could look like. We're going to start off our day by welcoming our kiddos to the first day of class They will be logged into a Google Meet link, and this is going to be whole group. So we hope to have or see all 120 or 130 kiddos logged on. Pavitra Sugatan and Surya Shankar will lead us in our opening prayers. Then we're going to have a presentation by the priest Jayadevan Nambudiri, who will talk to us for about 45 minutes. Then from 11 a.m. to around 11:15 a.m., all students will get an overview of the spiritual learning class. This will be led by 1 or 2 members of the spiritual learning team. Finally, from 11:20 until noon, you will log into your individual Google Classrooms where you will have the opportunity to meet your child's teacher and engage in a question and answer with the teacher. The teachers will prepare a short presentation during which they will present the curricular materials that they will be using, as well as a short overview of what learning activities your student or your child will engage in. Unfortunately, due to copyright rules, we will not be able to share the syllabus or any instructional materials via email at this time. In a day, your child will be engaged in all 3 aspects of the GOD Kids class. The experience of attending GOD Kids class is not just to learn Malayalam or not just to identify your spiritual self or not just to make connections or friends. Being a GOD kid involves experiencing all 3 of these aspects cohesively and harmoniously. Take a moment to pause the video here and internalize this graphic. This graphic represents how the GOD Kids class runs. I'm starting with the middle section because, of course, this is our core. Staying true to the vision and mission of the GOD Kids class, our learning for the day will be grounded in the activities conducted in the spiritual class. We want our children to be able to find the answer to this question themselves. How do I show up every day as a Hindu? We hope that your children can find the answers by engaging in these few important aspects. We're going to teach them common daily prayers and shlokas that they will learn how to recite and chant each week. In addition, they will also learn the significance of those prayers and shlokas and understand how it applies to enriching their daily life as a Hindu. Our children will connect to the joy and excitement about festivals and indulge in their curiosity in the rites and rituals through storytelling. These stories are taken straight from curricular resources used in temples and other institutions and are accurate descriptions of the Hindu life. So as you may notice, our spiritual class is rooted in one of the 4 core principles of Hinduism, which is Dharma. But the learning does not stop there. We all know that learning is solidified only if we practice what we learn. And therefore, through mandatory seva, we want our children to learn how to perform their role of a Hindu with a sense of purpose and a service mentality. Something that has been presented as optional in the past is now not an option. This is because we cannot choose whether we want to serve or not. Our choice is only in how much do we want to serve. This year, your child must participate in up to 7.5 hours of seva per semester. These seva hours will be tracked and can affect your child's movement to the next level. The next aspect of our program is the language class. I've gone into extensive detail about each one of these courses in the course offerings video that was released earlier this month. You will have access to that video again. However, just a brief overview. If you are a new to GOD Kids student, new registration, you will be automatically placed into the foundation course. all of our returning GOD kids will be learning the Kanikonna curriculum. Your Kanikonna teachers will give you more detailed information about how, based on last year's final assessment results and a short pre-assessment that is being conducted in the next couple of weeks, your students will be placed into tiers within the Kanikonna class. All of the students will receive instruction on the Kanikonna syllabus. However, certain students will be provided some extra support in order to help them catch up to the rigor of this curricular resource. We also have a unique relationship with UT Austin Malayalam Department. Details about this program is included in the course offerings video, which you can watch at a later time. Year 2 of Sanskrit will also be offered this year. Those students who attended Sanskrit last year have the opportunity to attend Year 2 of Sanskrit. You all have been automatically enrolled into the Sanskrit class. If you are not interested in continuing to Year 2 of Sanskrit, please do send us an email at support.godkids@guruvayurappan.us. The third aspect of the GOD Kids class is the presentation of self. The three tenets that make up presentation of self is discipline, investment, and relationships. You show discipline by arriving on time regularly to class. Whether it is in person or virtual, you're expected to be logged on at least a couple of minutes before class starts. You show investment in what you're learning by being prepared for class each week you attend. You also show investment by participating voluntarily in class. We also encourage every child to build relationships and make connections through friendships. This is also another way of how you present yourself in class. Finally, if you have any general inquiries and feedback about the programmatic and/or logistical details, please email us at support.godkids@guruvayurappan.us. If you may remember, one of our strategic priorities is 100% of our parents responding to highly satisfied or satisfied to the quality of programming. We are going to collect this data through 2 surveys that we would love to administer, one in December and one in April. And we hope that we have 100% of our parents respond to that survey and we get positive feedback. As a result, we are asking that if any time between those 2 surveys you have any advice or feedback to give us on how we need to improve the program, please do so by emailing us at this email address. If you have any specific class-related questions, please email your child or children's classroom teacher at their Google Classroom email address. We are trying to contain all of the communication related to GOD Kids class to a Google email address that your teachers will get specifically for communicating about Malayalam and spiritual classes. Please keep communication between your teacher and yourself restricted to that email account. And finally, a big thank you from the Education Committee members of the GOD Kids Class 2021. Take a moment to see who our GOD Kids Class Education Committee members are. 2 quick reminders. Please be on the lookout for 2 important emails. The first one containing information about the materials distribution, and the second one that may have the Google Classroom information. It will come either from your classroom teacher or from the Gurayappan Temple of Dallas email address. Once again, thank you for your time, and I hope to see you all virtually on September 13th, 2020. Thank you.